Hi and welcome to Algebra 1. I am Ingrid Throgmartin and I'm going to talk to you today about direct variation. If we have a look at direct variation equation, it's y equals kx. Now what the book doesn't really make clear is that the k is the slope, or the m as we're used to seeing in y equals mx plus b. And the y-intercept for y equals kx happens to be 0, so you don't really see it and the book doesn't make it obvious, so I needed to point that out to you. So they use the letter k instead of an m. It still works the same way. It's rise over run, or the change in the y values over the x, and it's really easy to find as well. If we rearrange this equation here and we divide both sides by x, then you can see that k, or the slope, is the y value over the x value. So for example, if I was asked to find the slope between the k for negative 3, 6, I would take the y value and put it over the x value and simplify. So the k for this example would be negative 2. Now if they actually asked me to write the equation, I would then go back to the original y equals kx and replace the k with the k number that I found. So for this example, y equals negative 2x. Now, because the slope is 0, the y-intercept is 0, then it's always going to be a line, a straight line that passes through the origin. So there, I've drawn one that passes through the origin, and we could even say that our point here was negative 3, 6. So the equation of the line, of the direct variation equation, is y equals negative 2x. So there's some ideas to keep in mind. It's a line, it passes through the origin, and the k is really what the m is, it's a slope. The next thing I'd like to talk about is an example that you're going to have towards the end of your homework. And it says that the ordered pairs, and that'll give you a pair of coordinates. So the first one's negative 5, 3, and the next one's x, negative 4. And it says they're the same for direct variation. What they're saying is those points are on the same line. Now, they're asking you to find the missing value. So what you're going to do here is you're going to find the k for the first point. So here's my direct variation equation, y equals kx. And to find my k, all I do is I put my y value over top of my x value, and I see if I can simplify it. In this case, no. So my equation is y equals 3 over negative 5x. Now remember that negative floats, so we can put it in front of the 3 as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the values in the second point. So it's kind of feels silly replacing an x with an x, but that's exactly what we're going to do. And over here, I'm going to replace this y with the negative 4. And that's going to help me find the x value for that point. So my y value in my second point, negative 4, equals 3 over negative 5 times my x value. Now, if I do this in one step, a lot of you like to divide by negative 3/5, but I've got to get that x by itself. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the coefficient of x. Remember, coefficient is just simply the number in front of the x. So let's flip that 3 over negative 5, shall we? So now it's going to be negative 5 over 3. So let's multiply that both sides. And as you'll see, the 3's are going to cancel out and become 1's. The 2 negatives are going to cancel out, and so are the 5's. So on the right-hand side is our x. Yay! On the left-hand side, I have negative 5 times negative 4, which is 20, over 3 times, it should be a 1 under there. Oh, so my missing value is 20 over 3. So the point that will make this be direct variation will be 20 over 3, comma, negative 4. And there we go. Remember to post any questions if you have, post a discussion if you have any questions, and I'll be sure and I'll get back to you. Thank you for listening. See you next time.